cares? Who cares about this anyway, right?
Shout outs and talk with you guys for the rest of the show.
Let's fucking get through this shit so I can fucking go do something else.
I'm gonna get through this as fast as possible. All right,
good.
Last year, Keemstar wanted to do a show called the Lolcow Cast, which is going to be a podcast with me, Boogie, and Wings. He was going to offer us each $50,000 as a signing bonus to do the show. However, I never even entered a conversation with the man about it because he was unable to contact me at the times that I told him to contact me. He was also not willing to discuss it via DM or email.
Okay, I'm listening for something that I haven't heard 5 times already. So far, you've literally repeated yourself word for word. You know, so let's see if we can get some like new information, maybe. And this is another reason people don't want to fucking watch you, because you just repeat the same shit over and over again, dude. Just in a different tone, or a lot of times the same exact tone.
So it literally never happened. In reality, I'm not interested in working with Keemstar. I don't like the guy. I don't like his work, the work he's put out. I don't like his morality. I don't like anything about him. I don't want to enter a business relationship with him, period. So after those discussions basically never happened, a lot of drama happened where he was saying a bunch of shit about me and stuff. And it wasn't true, you know. Basically, I just kind of tried to stay away from it. Now, in the meantime, I had some discussions behind the scenes with guys like Boogie and Wings about maybe doing our own thing. Say, hey, what's stopping us from doing this show with each other? Like Boogie and Wings, or excuse me, me and Boogie had a couple conversations where it was like, well, he wanted to interview me. I said, I'd be willing to do an interview with you, and then maybe I could interview you back, and we could have shared content or whatever. Like, that was some of the discussions that we had, okay? But it never really amounted to anything. You know, one of the things I worked on, as you know, this year is DSP Reacts. I was thinking that could be good content for the channel. They have an interview with him as something to have on that channel or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically, the whole thing's been off the table, and there really hasn't been much discussion about it. And then all of a sudden, during my interview with the side scrollers, Keemstar shows up out of nowhere and interjects himself into the situation. Literally, he had nothing to do with the interview. Like, that interview was supposed to be about me and the shit that my haters say about me. What is Keemstar doing here? Right? Like, literally, what is going on? It didn't make any sense at all. Right? It was just confusing. What is he doing here? Come to find out, apparently he's had a bug up his ass about me ever since I didn't want to do this show with him.
Duty style.
And we had to talk about it.
We're going duty style right now.
Right? And at that point, I pretty much made it abundantly clear I want absolutely nothing to do with this man. All right? I pretty much tried to make it as transparent as possible. I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with your content. It's my prerogative if I do work or not with you. Period. Okay? That was that. Like, that's the end of it. Now, in the meantime, he continues to show up on my streams. He continues to tweet about me. I want nothing to do with this guy. I'm just ignoring him at this point. I'm done with him. I have no more interaction with him. I'm done. All right? In the meantime that all that's happening, okay, I get contacted behind the scenes by a third party saying that they're representing Boogie and Wings and that they're interested in doing this podcast with me, all right? And it would be just 3 of us working on it. And essentially it would be like a 3-way
Wait,
split.
a third party, like a lawyer?
Together, yada, yada, yada.
Are you sure this wasn't a troll?
Details are worked out because in the meantime, Boogie and Wings are doing this fight, this boxing match for Keemstar. It's Keemstar's event, and they're taking a payday to do it. I think they're getting like $10,000 each or something like that to do it. And essentially, we can't talk details about the show until they get back from their fight. All right? I confirmed with Boogie and Wings, yes, this was legit. They said, yes, this person is legit. This is someone who we're already working with, and we want to do this all together. Okay? And, so I said, all right, if you want to start talks about it or whatever, let's talk about it, right? I'd be willing to consider doing this, maybe trying it out, see how it works. You know, no details have been worked out whatsoever. It was just a discussion. I had a few emails back and forth with a guy who said that he was going to kind of be in the middle of this whole thing, and that was it. And where we had left...
Yeah. If you gave me the choice, anybody that's ever existed in the entirety of history, if you said, who do you believe more, this guy or Phil? I am never picking Phil. Ever. Phil would never be the choice. Phil's always lying, dude.
It was, well, you know, we'll talk when they get back from their fight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Phil gives us nuggets of truth. He gives us nuggets. But we get Boulders of lies.
Okay. Now the other discussion was that I told him outright, I'm not doing anything with any involvement with Keemstar. So if he's involved, I'm out. And also, we can't use the name of the Lolcowcast, because if we do, that would actually be grounds for Keemstar to be angry and upset and maybe try to do something, because that was his idea. Technically, he's the one who came up with the idea that it was going to be a Lolcow podcast with people involved and all of that. And you can't just run with it and steal his name and all that. That's messed up. Not even just business-wise and legally, but even just, for me, I wouldn't be ethically okay with doing that. You're going to do your own thing, you got to do your own thing, right? So that was really
That's
the
right,
only
Phil.
discussion
That's right.
we've had. Nothing concrete. I literally never sat down with Boogie or Wings to talk about it. It was all through a third-party person that I was discussing this, and where we had left it was that, you know, it might happen. We'll see. Let's let their fight happen. And that was it. So all of a sudden I hear that this week, I guess Boogie did an interview with Side Scrollers. You know, I don't know anything about it. I'm not following Boogie, nor am I caring about Side Scrollers at this point. And in the interview, he apparently said a couple things. Number one, he's salty that I cost him $50,000, him and Wings. I did not cost him and Wings $50,000. The idea was made up by Keemstar, literally never spoke with me about it or checked with me to see if I was even willing to do it or interested in doing it, because I've decided I don't want to work with the guy. I didn't cost them money. Keemstar cost them money by coming up with an idea that needed my involvement. And
yo, Keemstar trolled Phil so hard, dude. Yo, Phil actually thought he was gonna be part of this and like get $50K for WWE champions. Phil, that money was never real, dude. Keemstar was trolling your ass hard, homie. Nobody's gonna give you a job. They're not that stupid. You'd run away with all the money.
when I decided not to do it, he canceled the idea. I mean, I outright have said, why don't you just do the show with them? Why do I need to be involved? If I don't want to be involved, do the show with them and pay them the money you said you were going to pay them, right? So, I don't get it. Why am I the crux of this show? Why did it matter if I was there or not? If I don't want to do it, just still do it with them. And these guys obviously need the help, or else they wouldn't be so upset about the $50K payday they're missing.
If Keem actually gave him a job, Keem's a fucking idiot, dude. Like, I would think Keem's a little smarter than to actually give Phil a job. Phil doesn't have time to film a fucking 20-minute react, dude. You think Phil has time to put in all types of effort and work to do a whole podcast? No, dude. He's never gonna do all that, dude. He just wants to collect the money. That's it. He just wants to get a paycheck.
Out on, so just pay them, right? Now, you know, that's pretty much my opinion on the whole thing.
You have to know, dude. You have to know.
Boogie goes on this interview and he's mad that I caught.
Yeah, put him on. Put Phil on, but know that it's gonna sink, like, fast. Like, you know, put him in a sandbox, contain him, you know? Siphon what you can, but knowing that it's gonna fucking sink. Like, take what you can while you can from him, because he's gonna try to take everything too.
Cost him $50K. And then he says, well, yeah, so we are talking with darksydephil or whatever about doing a show. So he lets wind of it. He's the one who talks about it publicly, not me. If you didn't notice, I haven't said a word about this. It's been going on for a few weeks. I haven't mentioned it. Why didn't I mention it? Because nothing's happened. There's been no concrete discussions, no contract signed, no even details discussed. It's just, we're going to talk about it after the fight.
Isn't that weird, though? There's no contracts, there's nothing. There's nothing on paper. You know why? Because it's not real, dude. Even if he was going to give you a job, he probably realized that it was a mistake and changed his mind.
Right? So last night, I'm streaming Oblivion. And people keep bringing up, what Boogie said, what Boogie said, what Boogie said. I said, all right, enough of this. Let me just address what Boogie said. And I literally just said to you what I just said right now. I said last night on my Oblivion stream. All right? Way less people on the Oblivion stream. It's like 200 people there as opposed to the 450 that are here today. Okay? And I'm like, so that's what happened. So all of a sudden people are like, Keem just tweeted about you. He says he's kicking you off the Lolcowcast, and now they're looking for a third host to join Boogie and Wings.
Keem is gonna say what he's gonna say. You know, he's gonna debunk things. But ultimately, I mean, Keem knows what should know what he's doing. I mean,
you're kicking me off the show that I'm not on. That's an interesting concept. I've actually never heard that one before. That you can actually get fired when you don't work for someone.
You can't fire me, I quit.
Before, if you remember, I was fired from Twitter when Elon Musk bought it, and I never worked for them, but nevertheless, I was publicly fired. I mean, even news outlets covered it, remember? So,
yeah, sometimes I forget that, like, not a lot of people watch, like, Phil, like, consistently, like, his actual content. I'm sure Keem does not keep up with Phil and really doesn't watch him, and so yeah, other people like probably kind of forget like that, you know, Phil, dude, you don't want to touch Phil with a 10-foot pole, dude. Like, you really don't. He's like radiation, you know.
Maybe this is a running pattern with me now that I can actually get fired from things I'm not a part of. Anyway, so
the deal was retracted, Phil. The deal was retracted.
Coming to my stream.
The deal was detracted. Sorry.
You're fired from the Lolcowcast. I'm not on the Lolcowcast. I never wanted to be. Like, what are you talking about, right? If you want to talk about delusion and being egotistical, someone who actually thinks that because they wanted me on their show, that I was on it, even though we never even had the discussion about being on it, and I never wanted to be on it, that I was on it and now they can fire me. You're insane. Like, you're literally insane. Anyone will tell you you're nuts. That's fucking crazy. I was never part of your team. I was never employed by you. You can't kick me off of anything I'm not in. All right, you're nuts.
Why is he getting so toxic over some shit that doesn't even matter then? Like, oh, it's crazy, dude. But why am I getting trolled? Why am I getting trolled?
So, that tweet goes out, all right? So now, of course, my whole stream is derailed last night because all anyone wants to talk about is the Boogie thing and the Keem thing. So last night, I put out a video after my stream ended. And it was about a 15-minute video, essentially covering what I just covered very, in a nutshell. Even
I watched it today. Exactly. You covered it last night.
I really don't know what's going on. This is what's happening from my perspective. I'm supposed.
I do enjoy this covering more though, Phil, because you weren't like really toxic at all last night. But now you're like more annoyed, which is more entertaining for me.
To be contacted by these guys after their fight to see if they're interested in doing the podcast or not. Again, no specifics have been discussed or anything. It's just an idea, right? There's a third party involved who apparently is going to be the one to wrangle it and arrange it and have all this going. And that's that. So I don't know what Keem's talking about. It seems to be like nuts or something. I don't know. Okay? So, I go to sleep and I get up this morning and I get bombarded with shit. Okay? So, here's what I get bombarded with. All right? So, many things have happened in the last 12 hours. By the way, just so you know, last night when I made that video, I did try to contact Boogie and Wings and the third party. All of them I tried to reach out to say, hey, what's going on with this? Because I don't know.
Last night, you tried to reach out to them, bro. Well, first of all, we're on the East Coast, or we're on the West Coast, Phil. So when Phil tried to contact them, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. Nobody's awake. Nobody's awake, Phil. Or maybe not Keem. Maybe Keem's, I don't know where he is, but.
I've heard nothing yet. We got Boogie going on a podcast saying he's salty about 50K. And you've got Keem making these tweets out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Boogie's salty about 50K,
I'm just curious what's going on. All I want to know is what's going on. And here's the thing. I don't care either way, right? Am I interested in doing a podcast with the guys? I think it would be all right and fun to have a conversation, and maybe it would be something fun. At the same time, I don't see why on earth this is a big deal. I'm super busy with my own shit. I'm not desperately looking for a crossover event. You know what I mean? I've already got so much going on DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. This was just a nice idea to throw out there.
That's your fault, dude. You have too much going on.
There you go.
It's self-inflicted.
So it's not a big deal to me. In fact, I'll be honest with you guys.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I have all these self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Sorry, I'm not 100% right now.
These guys are gonna make 50K and
they
desperately need the money.
Feel bad for me.
He's working with Keem and they're okay with working with Keem, then more power to them. In fact, that's what I've already said. Did I not literally just say, why can't they do the show with Keem and not me and still make the money? I didn't understand that. Like, why the linchpin, the crux of this show that has to be part of it, just do the show without me and still give them the money if they need it? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I would rather have
dude.
I'd rather have the show go on without me than have a show that never happens, and now these guys were hard up for money and they didn't get it, and now they're feeling bad about it and they're angry at me for it. Like, what the hell, man? Like, why am I somehow getting... Again, you understand? Number one, I wasn't involved in a podcast at all. I wasn't involved in the Keemstar podcast. I never was. But I get pulled into the drama, even though I have nothing to do with it.
At this point, dude, you're getting trolled. Like, maybe not in the beginning, but at this point, you're just getting trolled, dude. Like, it's over. Just move on, please.
I'm not involved in a podcast with Wings and Boogie. I never was. It's early discussions. Nothing determined. No contract. Nothing. Yet somehow Boogie goes on someone else's show, talks about it. Now I'm pulled into the drama again. Do you see how stupid this shit is? Do you understand why I don't want to be involved with other people? Do you get it? Like, this is why. Every fucking time that this happens, they pull me into their fucking nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
It was a firefight.
I don't want to be involved with these people. If possible, I would like to make my own content for my own audience and continue to grow and evolve and make curated content for those who like it. I don't need to cross over into the realm of YouTube relevancy and become a known lolcow who now has viral popularity and makes money for making fun of himself.
Well, part of that's true. It's already too late. You've already become a viral lolcow, dude. Dude, you jerked off on a stream full of children watching you. You jerked off on a stream with children watching you. You're the king lolcow, dude. You're top dog. You are lolcow, dude. You're it. He's it. He's the Ayatollah.
I don't care about this at all. Really. I've never actually actively sought it out once.
You're world infamous, dude.
To me with their drama bullshit. And somehow then I have to, like, I'm literally wasting time right now on my own show talking about it because people won't shut the fuck up about it. All right? So that's why I'm doing this, so I can put it to bed and say I'm done with this shit. Okay? So, last night I did reach out to Wings and Boogie. I did reach out to this neutral third party. It has now been 14 hours and no one's responded. So, being that's the fact, I'm going to just assume that the things that I've heard are real. And what I heard is that basically, after me talking about this on my show last night...
Hey, I haven't gotten any confirmation and I've gotten no extra information, but... yeah, it's definitely real. What?
Keem had a change of heart and decides he wants to still do the lolcast, but now he doesn't know what to do because he needs a third host. He doesn't feel that it's strong enough with just Wings and Boogie. So he started posting up and he's asking people on the internet.
Yeah, Keem's trying to figure out how he can salvage this and make a buck off your ass. That's what Keem's trying to do. How can I like turn this into a profit for myself?
Who do they want to see to be the third host of the show? Okay? Good for them. Good. Let them do a show without me. That's called the Lolcow cast because I'm not a fucking lolcow. Just because idiotic, mouth-drooling idiots on the internet termed that and made up a bunch of bullshit conspiracies and nonsense about me doesn't mean it's true. I don't care about what the fuck they're saying. I'm not going to be a part of your fucking toxic nonsense.
Yeah, put LTG to work, dude.
Meaningful content for a group. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Really, I'm not going to be a part of your toxic shit. I refuse. So have your lolcow cast.
I declare bankruptcy. It doesn't work like that, Phil. You fit the definition perfectly.
Have people who want to self-degrade themselves for personal profit be on your show. I know one of them. His name is Rich from Review Tech USA. Look into him because he sucks cucumbers and kisses cocks all day long. And he basically just continues to do toxic things that hurt other people, you know, like Keemstar, for personal gain. So maybe he'd be your prime fucking candidate for the show. I think he would fit right in with what you're trying to do if that's what the show really is about, which it seems like that's what it is. All right? So go for it. And by the way, leave me out. I want nothing to do with it. All right? So if this is the case, and if Keem has essentially talked to Boogie and Wings behind the scenes and convinced them, oh, I want to do the show again. I'm going to pay you $50K again. Good. I couldn't be happier. I'm happy for them. Let them get the money they need and do the show they want to do.
You're not happy.
That
what?
I'm not interested in.
You're not happy for them?
I'm not interested in the lolcow cast. Our show, if we had done a show together, would have been very different than that. It would have been productive. It would have been positive. It would have been fun. It would have been intelligent. So, good for them. Let them do their shit. I don't care. And I'm done with it now. Because that's like I said, if 14 hours have passed and these guys aren't responding, obviously it means that it's probably true. I guess someone had said that Boogie actually did retweet Wings. That Boogie retweeted Keem when Keem tweeted and said that I'm out of the show. I was never on the show. Can't be out of the show. So, sounds to me,
you're fired.
Say it, that Boogie and Wings, sadly,
you're
in a
out.
position where
You're
they
fired, dude.
literally just have to be involved with Keem forever. They're doing this fight, they're gonna do a show, you know. I don't want to be roped into the drama and the nonsense. I want nothing to do with it. And this is I'm really now done with this shit. You know, I'm not going to be putting up with it anymore. I'm not gonna let people get wrapped up in it, my own viewers and shit. It's so stupid. What on earth does this have to do with the content I'm doing right now? Nothing. I didn't want to be involved with it, ever. It wasn't my idea to be on a podcast with them. Like, I don't care about this. Really, I don't. I'm tired of people fucking coming and derailing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with it. And
yeah, guys, Phil just wants to beg in peace, dude. Just let him beg in peace. Enough with the drama, you know? All the nonsense and drama. Phil just wants to live on an island with nobody and just e-beg all day, dude.
the sad fact is, I hate to say it, we all kind of know where it's going. We all know it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
You know, people
Thank
tell
you,
me
Phil.
stuff out of the blue. So during this whole time...
Oh, it's the smartest thing you said all day, dude.
Someone actually contacted me personally and said, just so you know, it's a really good thing you're not working with Keemstar. Because this guy, historically, people who work with him have a bad time. And end up getting backstabbed after the fact. But no one really talks about it publicly because Keemstar basically is, you know, popular and people don't want to basically rile up everyone. So what I'm to understand, again, I don't know if this is true or not. I guess Keem started a new show called
Do I need to
Keemstar
say,
Show,
do I even need to fucking say anything right now,
to
dude?
get out of the drama alert shit. But
do I need to say anything?
So he started this new show and he had a host. Now, I don't even know the name of the host, but apparently the host had a falling out with Keemstar during the show.
Jesus
like, they don't want to do,
Christ.
she doesn't want to do the show anymore because they're not happy. And apparently Keemstar has gone out of his way to just destroy the guy, like completely kill his reputation and be like that he's just, this guy sucks, and, you know, I don't know. But, you know, the way I see it is, you get involved with a guy like that, you're putting yourself at such great personal risk. And again, with all the stuff that Keem's been wrapped up in over the years, that's the last thing that I want to be involved with. I got enough of my own shit going on. I don't want to be involved in toxic shit. When you hear stuff like this, you're like, I don't want to deal with it. Don't, you know, I have enough going on in my life. Trust me, with the shit that just happened to me this week, I couldn't be here on Tuesday.
Why are you doing this, dude?
The last thing I fucking need is more of this. I'm done with it, all right? So
you're not. You're not done. You're still talking about it, dude.
With it anymore, all right? So it's sad because it sounds like maybe the idea of me doing a podcast with Boogie or Wings or something like that would have worked and would have.
There it is. There it is.
But they chose to go with the realm of money. It sounds like. I mean, they haven't responded.
The realm of money. What do you do?
They want to go for the payday.
What do you do?
Rather than having self-respect. That's their choice. They could do that. Take the payday over self-respect. Go for it. and enjoy the money. And I hope that the show does well, and I hope that they, you know, whatever. I really do sincerely hope they do have a good business relationship.
Shut up and go put on a silly hat, dude. How about that?
I'm not gonna put myself into that risk whatsoever.
Go put on some glasses, dude, and a vest, dude, and just fucking ask some people for money. I don't know.
So, as of this moment, this is official. I'm making this official right now on my show, in all of my content. I would never want to speak about Keemstar ever again.
Shut up.
Never again. If I choose to do it, then that's okay. But I don't want people bringing this nonsense up ever again. I don't care what he tweets. I don't care what he says. I don't give two fucks. The guy doesn't exist anymore. All right? To me, he's gone back to his fucking hollow tree to make his fucking fudge stripe cookies for the rest of his life. He hammered in the wood. He's stuck in there in his fucking with the rest of his Keebler elves, and I don't want to deal with the guy ever again. All right? I'm done. I'm officially have no desire to speak with it about him or to him. I have no business relationship with him. It's over. The children need their fucking cookies. So let him make his cookies, and I'll be here making my own content on my own little island for my own curated content for my own viewers, and I'm done. All right? Enough. I don't want people coming to my fucking Oblivion streams or any of my other streams saying, he said this, he said that, he said this. I don't care. I have nothing to do with the man. Period. All right? Done. Completely done with this person. Now, Boogie and Wings. It's sad what seems like going on. I don't know.
Dude, what the fuck is this stupid rant,
right?
dude?
I don't care either. It wasn't a big deal. This was their idea. They contacted me through a third party to get this going. Not me contacting them. They contacted me to do it. So, it was their idea. If they're going a different direction, good for them. I still don't care. I'm still not involved. So, I think you're starting to see the point I'm making here. Let's see. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Stop bothering me. And if I see people continue to bring it up, you will be moderated and removed from my content because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done.
This is Phil's MO. He just puts his fingers in his ears and says, I can't hear you. Just like he did to Panda Lee when she wanted to get fucked and he wouldn't do it.
Done with it. There's no point to bringing this shit up. It literally does not affect me. It has nothing to do with me. I have a full agenda. I have all these games I'm playing this month. We have a special event coming up this month. Are you kidding me? June is going to be ultra packed with content with the new releases coming out. I literally have nothing whatsoever going on. And Naysayer just said something interesting. He says, at least this all came out now, not later after you got the whole thing rolling. Correct. This is kind of best case scenario. It really is. Because what if we had already started actually seriously talking, right? What if we had actually started negotiations and there was, all this going on, and then all of a sudden there was a last minute change because Keem comes in and offers them money or whatever. That would have been different. That would have been awful, right? So you're actually right, Naysayer. The fact that this...
No, you don't respond. You don't follow up. Bro, they were trying to do some shit with you and you were just, where were you? Where the fuck were you? Jerking off on fucking stream, begging Dents for money, dude, when you could have been in negotiations with Keemstar, doing something better for your fucking life, dude. But you let it go, just like you let everything else go, dude.
This all happened now is better for everyone involved than me wasting time and then coming out the loser at the end. All right? Please understand that. So, there you go. I'm done with all this. I don't want to hear any more about it. I never want to hear about Keem ever again. I'm serious about that. If you ever bring him up, that's it. You're out. And, yeah, moving forward, you're not going to hear me address it. All right? I would be shocked if I even hear back from these two. Being honest, I would actually now be shocked if I ever hear back from Boogie or Wings. Because if they did sign a contract with Keem for $50K now, which probably was a rushed thing they did overnight.
Me too. I would be surprised too, dude.
Out of doing anything with me. I doubt that they're even going to speak to me ever again.
100%.
I would be very surprised if I heard back from them on anything.
You cucked yourself, dude. All you got to do is be humble for 10 minutes, dude. Humble yourself for 10 minutes. Work out a deal with somebody, and that's it, dude. You can't even do that, man. Let your ego go for let the ego go for 1 minute, dude. Just seriously.
All right, but at this point, again, I want nothing to do with these people. So please stop. All right. Just stop with the nonsense. Moving on with my own stuff. All right. And I hope you understand. And I hope that, you know, now we can move forward positively and not focus on the bullshit, right? Does that sound good? I hope so. And by the way, I will say this too, because there's some people here like, what's going to happen to 672? 672 is fine. Yeah, he is or was, I don't even know if he is a moderator for Wings anymore. He doesn't do anything bad in my chat. People are allowed to watch whatever they want and enjoy whatever they want, right? So, you know, oh my God, just because someone had an association with one.
Yeah, they're allowed to do whatever they want. Except bring up Keemstar. If you even say Keemstar's name, you're banned. Ban world.
One of these guys, I don't care.
Really nice, Phil. Really nice.
I literally just told you I wish them the best. So why would I care if someone like 672 is in the chat or watches my content or anything, right? I don't understand why would people feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's stupid. And again, that's just an attempt to try to drum up even more drama. What you do in your own free time is your choice. You watch me, you watch Wings, you watch Boogie, hell, you watch Keem, you watch whatever you want. Good for you. You have the right to make those decisions as a human. That's the beauty of humanity, is that you're independent and you have choice to do what you want to do with your time. Now, I have the right to criticize what you do with your time, but it's up to you to make choices on what you want to do with it, right? So, let someone be the absolute biggest cheerleader of those guys, and I hope that, again, I'll be honest with you. If this is true and they do a show, I hope the show does well. I actually hope that this podcast does really well for them, that they make a ton of money, and that they maybe can get on their feet financially and they don't have to be in dire straits with this kind of stuff for the rest of their life.
And the lie detector test determined that was a lie, baby. That was a straight lie. No nuggets of truth there.
I sincerely
Pure lie.
wish them success. I think they deserve it. I think they've been beaten down, they've been mistreated by the internet, and they deserve success. So I hope that they have it. Okay? And that's my final take on the subject. No sour grapes, no drama, no nonsense. All right? Don't involve me with Keem. Don't mention him. I'm done with that shit. Like, I never wanted to be involved with the guy to begin with. He's the one that started all this shit last year, not me. I don't want to be pulled into this nonsense bullshit anymore. I'm done with it. And if you bring it up, you're out of here, because we have shit to do. I'm way too old for this shit to be dealing with this toxic, insane drama nonsense on the internet. I want no involvement with these stupid drama circles anywhere. All right? Leave me out of them. All right? And that's that. Determined by you.
Yeah, it's
I don't
crazy,
think
dude.
actually chooses to be a lolcow. I mean, that's obviously a fair statement.
Yeah, you can't choose,
but
bro.
What is the
Exactly.
criteria? Just because someone says you're something doesn't make you it. There has to be some kind of a actual
And just because you say you're not something doesn't mean you're not. It goes both ways, brother.
objective criteria for it. What is the objective
Yo, what's up, Tanner?
determination of that point? That's what I want to know, because you look at Wings and Boogie, right? Okay. So what are their commonalities? Well, a lot of people shit on them. Maybe at one point they both had prominence, and now they don't have that prominence anymore.
Like you.
Right? They're both overweight. Okay? They're both
Like
white,
you.
I guess. They don't even make the same
Like
kind
you.
of content, really. Right? Like Wings does a lot of first-person shooter stuff.
Like
He does
you.
Dark Souls stuff and stuff like that. I don't think Boogie,
Like you.
I mean, he does some gameplay.
Like
know,
you.
but I don't think necessarily that's it. Is it that they're, I don't know, is it that they're self-deprecating? Like, what are the criteria?
Like you?
Right? Because I'm sorry, just because
He's describing himself.
people
Exactly.
shit on you, that shouldn't be a qualification to be called something negative, right? Like, if you are someone who has earned that title through consistent problems, failures, shortcomings, issues, drama, right? For me, I seem to be the kind of person, people pull me into their shit. Just take a look at the case in point of what we just talked about on this show. Literally, didn't have anything to do with Keemstar. He pulls me into his shit last year, right? Creates drama. I'm not even involved in it, but he keeps making more fucking drama for me. How is that weighed against me?
Because you're acknowledging
Right?
it.
I never asked for involvement or nothing. He pulls me into his toilet of shit, you see? Doesn't make any sense at all.
Toilet of shit.
Right? It's just dumb. Mega Man NT says, a lolcow is defined by their ability to provide... Now it got fucked up. Hold on. A lolcow is defined by their ability to provide farmers with humorous content they milk. sometimes, or someone who ignores trolls entirely or doesn't make content can't be one. Well, obviously, if you don't make content, you have to be a public figure, or else no one would even know who you are, right?
Did you just breeze over
Ignoring trolls entirely, I disagree. I completely disagree with you. Because even if every single thing anyone ever said about me was ignored, they still fucking do it anyway.
No, because you've never done it. You've never ignored it. He's never ever ignored it. He's never ignored it completely. He's tried. And even to this day, even after all the bullshit and all the trolls, and people donate troll tips, he's like, he still acknowledges the troll. He doesn't read the message. He thinks not reading the message. He's not acknowledging it. But he's still like, oh, look, a dirty troll tipped. Oh, look at this troll. I'm going to ignore this troll's message. Look at this fucking troll. Still, dude, you cannot ignore it. You can never ignore it. And that's why you're a fucking lolcow, dude.
How you feel? Funny to mess around with Phil Burnell, right? Oh, it's real funny to do these horrible things to him because it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's my life.
Not Phil Burnell, Shill Burnell.
Shill Burnell.
The reason we do it is because Phil begs. Wrong. The reason they do it is because they want to see me suffer.
That's right.
Why does Tractor say you're a pig roach? You don't look like a pig or a roach. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's one of their memes. I don't actually know what it means at all. Piggy Smalls took me $1. Says, own the premium like others. Pigs rise up. Oh my god, here we go again. Another stupid meme. Another stupid meme that means nothing.